Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Motivation Monday, Miracle Monday, whatever you want to call it. We hustle all day long, right? So Anthony Sarandrea is in the house. He's a Forbes featured entrepreneur. You are into philanthropy and you live in Scottsdale. Thank you so much for coming to LaLa Land.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So how are you helping millions of people get out of debt?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me again. So we have a platform that essentially matches Americans with different programs that can help them with different financial issues they're having. So if it's their credit card debt, student loan debt, they need help getting their credit repaired, pretty much anywhere in their monthly bills, we're able to usually save people money in some respect. And the great news is the majority of our programs, we operate similar to a nonprofit where we make a percentage of what we save people. So it's a win for the consumers and Americans in general.
I love that.
How'd you get into this work?
You know, I think a lot of it came from growing up living paycheck to paycheck with my family and just seeing how that leads to divorce and suicide and the other major issues that come around this taboo topic of debt and finances that people don't really want to address. And it bleeds into so much more into lifestyle and things like that. So really it started with I wanted to help people get their weight under control, which is funny, like health, things like that. And then I realized they can if they don't have the financial means to be able to do so. So really drilling down to the root of where a lot of issues are happening in Americans' lives and realizing it circles back to their finances.
And we truly believe that, you know, spiritual freedom or whatever kind of freedom, you have to have financial freedom also. Like you can't have both. And we can put ourselves so in prison through debt and stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
So what are the stats? I mean, it's I think, what are the stats around people's in debt in America? Do you know?
Oh, it's ridiculous. I think that the average American's household has over $10,000 in credit card debt at this point. Americans pay ridiculous interest rates that I think are really predatory to a lot of credit card companies. And it's funny, right? Because credit card companies make it so approachable, showing up at Coachella and things like that, and get a free drink if you sign up. Meanwhile, a lot of young adults or young people are signing their life away, and older people too. And so anyway, they become subject to these predatory interest rates.
But it's tricky, right? You can't have credit without having a credit card.
Yeah, exactly. You're caught in this vicious cycle.
Right.
That's exactly right.
So what's the first step a person can take if they recognize that they are in debt and they want to get out?
Yeah, the first thing I think Americans should look at is really stepping back and saying that there are solutions out there that can help them. So, for instance, our platform, what we do is we have such buying power over take Bank of America or Chase or something like that. We might have a few $1 million worth of their people that owe them money. So we're able to go to them and say, hey, we've got $5 million worth of debt of your credit card holders. Let's strike a deal here where they can actually get on a reasonable payment plan to pay this off. And let's stop the interest rate from occurring time over time. So it gets them out of this black hole, this sinkhole, we call it. So anyway, the first step really is realizing that there's options out there. You're not just a victim.
I mean, I've got to say though, that sounds almost too good to be true. So you're able to strike a deal with the debt collectors, essentially, the people owed, so they have to actually pay less?
Yeah, so really where it comes is majority of Americans don't realize that they've paid back their principal that they've borrowed many times over. So I think the stats say 80-something% have paid back exactly what they owe. And now you're paying interest rates over and over and over again, sometimes 3 to 4 times what you borrowed. So the reality is these credit card companies have already made their money back and then some, and they're greedy. So by being able to go to them and say, hey, listen, you've already received your money back. The next option for this American is to go down bankruptcy or to go to a debt collector where you're going to make pennies on the dollars. Let's find a reasonable rate where everybody wins, where they can continue to be a good customer for you, Mr. Bank, and where the American can actually start, getting their life back in order.
Fantastic. Just love that. Absolutely. Yeah. What's been the hardest part about building the business itself? Has it just been awareness, or?
I think the hardest part is exactly what you just said, which is that it feels too good to be true, and I think it's because banks and credit cards have spent literally billions of dollars miseducating Americans on the importance of the credit score or things where it's really just a number that they've made up their rules and their game. It's been that education that there are programs out there available versus thinking that it is too good to be true or saying that there's other issues arising.
Okay, so we don't have a ton of time, but tell us, okay, so we come to you and go, help me. What do I do? Do you educate me and you help me? What happens?
You got it. So the first part, we joke, we're ambulance chasers. So the first part is fixing it up. So seeing how, where we can cut debt that you owe. whether it's credit card, student loan, things like that. And then it's the education holistically of how can we keep you out of debt. So first get you out, and then how can we educate you to stay out of debt.
Yeah, it's
like
amazing.
a walking angel.
Yeah.
It's one of
Please
those
tell
areas, right?
everyone where they can find and get more information about
Yeah,
this.
usedavid.com is our website, and it's a really simple online form. It's free. The whole process is free, and then you see how much we can save you monthly, and then from there, you're like I said, a lot of the programs make a percentage of what we save, so you don't actually pay anything additional out of pocket.
Fantastic.
So
Love this work,
incredible.
brother.
Thank you
Truly.
for that work.
We really appreciate
Yeah.
this. It's been an incredible Man Crush Miracle Monday here on Good Morning La La Land. We are America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Also available on Apple TV, Roku, via the EverTalk app.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow Always Extraordinary People. Have a great day. Have a divine day. It's a miracle day for sure.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.